Om Agyan Timirandhash Janan Jana Shalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasme Sri Guruve Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namane Prabhupada Sahityam Iya Prakasha Vitirya Pracharam Katvan Sadho Bhagavad Padayate Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. So my topic is in the association of the pure devotees. It is from Srimad Bhagvatam, third canto, verse number, chapter number 25 and verse number 25. So Srimad Bhagvatam is Amalam Puranam. This is, as it has been said in the first canto, first chapter, verse number 2, Dharma Projita Kyatva Atra Param Nivasram Satam. Again, Satam, pure devotee. This Bhagavatam is meant for those who are 100% pure in their heart. Only they can understand, other people cannot understand. So this is very pertinent. Srimad Bhagavatam is very pertinent. And it's being very Dharma Projita Kyatva. It has been cheating type of religions has been kicked out. It has been established right from beginning in the first canto, first chapter, verse number 1 is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Jan Adi Asya Yat Anvat Ateshu Abhagya Swarat Tene Brahmadya Yat Adi Kaviye Niyat Yat Swagiya Tejo Vari Madam Yatha Vinamay Yat Tat Amrasha Dhamna Swayan Sada Nestikuram Satyam Param Dhimai. I meditate on that Lord Sri Krishna. Because by his mercy, because it will come in the discussion that association of the devotee is the association of the Lord. So we are associating with the Lord. We are associating with the pure devotees, associating with Srimad Bhagavatam. And I have chosen Canto 3, status quo. That various positions are being very well established. What is the position of the Satam? Satam means those who are materialistic. Satam means Sat, that exists, eternal. So this position is very well being described in this canto 3, that is status quo, wherein Lord Kapil is giving instruction to her mother, Devati, wherein Devati had asked about how can she can cut the material desires. And the Lord says in a series of answers, and in chapter 25, I picked up this chapter wherein the glories of the devotional service has been explained by Lord Kapil Dev. And here is verse number 25. Here it has been said, it is the process, this verse is the process of how can we advance in Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It has been described over here. And the verse goes like this. Satam prasangat mam virya samvido bhavanti ritkarn rasayana katha tat joshnat ashu avarga vatmani shraddha ratir bhakti anupramashyati. So I would like that somebody can read this verse from alphabetical order.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
You mean read the Sanskrit, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Satam prasanga mamavirya samvido bhavan tiritkarna rasayana katha tajoshana dashva pavarga vautmani shadha ratir bhaktir anukramishyati.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So we go by word translation. Satam means of the devotees. Prasangat means in association of. Mama means my. My means Lord Kapil. Virya means wonderful activities. Samvido by discussion of. Bhavanti becomes Rit of the heart. Karna of the ear. Rasayana means pleasing. Katha, the stories. Tat of that. Joshna by cultivation. Ashu, quickly. Apavarga, liberation. Vartmani, on the path of Shraddha, faith. Ratir, attachment. Bhaktir, devotion. Anukramashi will follow in order. So, next person can read this synonyms once again.
Hare Krishna. Satam of pure devotees. Prasangat, through the association. Mama, my. Virya, wonderful activities. Samvida, by discussion of. Bhavanti, become. Hrit, to the heart. Karna, to the ear. Rasa ayana, pleasing. Katha, the stories. Tat, of that. Joshanat, by cultivation. Ashu, quickly. Apavarga, of liberation. Vartmani, on the path. Shraddha, firm faith. Rati, attraction. Bhakti, devotion. Anukravishyati, will follow in order.
So the translation goes like this: that in the association of pure devotees, by the discussion of my wonderful activities, leads to, is very pleasing to the heart and the ear. And by cultivation of such discussions, one gradually becomes liberated on the path of liberation, and his faith becomes firm, he is being freed, he is attracted for the devotional service, and real devotion and devotion service begins. So next person can read translation once again. Hare Krishna.
In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin.
So now, you see, when we are being associated with the pure devotees, what should be our reaction? We should feel very pleasing. We should be very gladdened. We should be very glad. Just like a peacock, when it sees the first rain, it dances. Similarly, whenever we see a devotee, we should dance. That should be our reaction. Now, Satam Prasangat. That is the topic of my discussion. In the association of pure devotees. Satam means devotees. Prasangat means association of. The word Satam. Satam means that exist. The first Vedic aphorism is Astoma Sadgama, that one should leave the association of the non-devotees and be associated with the devotees. Astama Sadgama. Asat means that does not exist, materialistic person. Sad means devotees. So further it has been said, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked about who is the Vaishnava? What is the characteristics of Vaishnava? The Lord Chaitanya said in one single line, Asat Sangatyaga a Vaishnava Achar. That Vaishnava is known by when he not associated with the non-devotees. Not associate means that we should not take up their activities. We have to go and preach to the non-devotees. We go and say them that please take this book, read our books. But we don't take their ideas. We have to give our idea. That's merciful, as has been described in the 21st verse of this chapter, Canto 3, chapter number 25 and verse number 21. Titakshava Karno ka Sud, Titakshava Karno ka Sud, Savdevina, and that's Satavasham. Sadhu Sadhu Bhushana. So Vaishnava is one who is merciful, and Vaishnava is who will not take the association of the non-devotee. It has been further said in Nectar of Instruction, verse number 3. It has been said that Usat Nishcha Dhadyat Tatat Usat Dhadyat Nishcha Tatat Karm Parvatna Sang Tyaga Satovarti. Sang Tyaga. And why? Asat means that those persons who are in sense enjoyment. And the culmination of sense enjoyment is the sex life. So the contention of this sex is Stri Sange Ek Asadu Krishna Bhakta. It's Chaitanya Charitamrita, verse Madhya, and chapter number 22, verse number 87. Then further in the same Madhya, chapter number 26, verse number 169, it has been Mayavadi Bhasha Sunile Hai Sarv Nash. Then, so Satam Prasadat means the first point is that one must seek the association of persons who are Krishna conscious and who engage in the devotion service. Without such association, one cannot make advancement. The first point is that Satam Prasanga. Now, the word pure devotee has been explained in Srimad Bhagvatam also, not Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And before that, Sanatan Goswami has said about Satam in Haribhakt Vilas. He had written one book, Haribhakt Vilas, and he says in there, Evashna Mukhod Giyanam Uttam Harikatha Amratam Shavanam Neva Kartavyam, it's taken from Padma Puran, that Hari Kirtan, whenever you hear Hari Kirtan, like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, these are Hari Kirtan, they Amratam, they will make you liberated. Tat Joshnal Ashu Apvarga Vatman, Amratam, they will take you. So you should not hear from the Vaishnava. It's infectious disease basically. Asat is in fact infectious disease. Just like it's corona infection, and we are always in pandemic, and we have to take precautions, we have to wear mask and all these things. So we should not associate with the non-devotees. It's infectious in our path for devotional service. Further in Bhagavad Gita, it has been said about Satam, who are Satam, is there, and 9th chapter, verse number 14. Satatam kirtan yantamam yatanta cha vandavita navasanta chamam bhakta nityayukta upasata. Very clearly stated with devotees. They are constantly engaged 24 hours. Not a minute is being wasted with the Satam. Satam is further more, it has been explained, and again, Bhagavad Gita, who are they? Those who have seen the truth, the Tattva. And verse number in the Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, verse number 34, it has been said, Tattva Darshina, those who have seen the truth. Tatvadi Panipatana Paripasnana Sevaya, Vishan of the Santita Yanina Tattva Darshina. Tattva, they have seen the Tattva. What is Tattva? The Lord said in the same chapter, verse number 9, Jan Kanme Divyam, Ye Veti Tattva, Tattva Deyam Punajam Neti Mamiti Server. They have to know, you have to understand them by the truth. And truth has been already been explained in the Srimad Bhagvatam, first chapter, first canto, first chapter, verse number 1. I will already explain. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Jan Adi Asya Yat Anuvada Yatadata Atashva. Satam has been further. Now you see the people, they are Vedantists, they are so-called Vedantists. They claim themselves. And they read Vedanta philosophy, Mayavadis. But they cannot come to a conclusion. Vedasya aham avam vedya. The conclusion of Vedic literature is, as it is explained in verse number 15 of chapter number 15 of Bhagavad Gita, the Vedasya aham avam vedya. So the ultimate knowledge is to understand the Lord Krishna. Now, further it has been said, and mam virya samvido. The word important is virya. What is virya? Virya means when you are in Satam Prasanga, when you are in association with your devotees, what happens? It acts like a virya. Virya means that whenever a man is potent and there is sex life, there is pregnancy. Similarly, when you associate with the pure devotees, your devotional activity begins. That is virya. Somebody can do you this?
Simply by theoretical knowledge or study, one cannot make any appreciable advancement. One must give up the association of materialistic persons and seek the association of devotees, because without the association of devotees, one cannot understand the activities of the Lord.
Now, this is very important. The general mood that people are not being given proper transcendental subject matter has not been given in proper spiritual mood. So they cannot understand. They say that, what is this 10th canto, Krishna Lila? It's all fictitious. How can Lord become Giridhari? They cannot understand. So to understand this thing, various activity, you have to you have to discuss in the association with the devotees. So this thing I already explained. That you have to associate with the pure devotees or the previous acharyas. You have to follow the footprint of previous acharyas. Now, further, somebody can read for me, Mamvirya. Hare Krishna.
Mama Virya. Generally, people are convinced of the impersonal feature of the absolute truth. Because they do not associate with devotees, they cannot understand that the absolute truth can be a person and have personal activities.
Now you see that these impersonalists, they said, Lord cannot be a person. So only when it is in Satam Prasangat, they will be able to understand the Lord is a person, like we are. No, Samvido.
Okay.
Satam Prasanga, Samvido. When they discuss, then it has been explained in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, verse number 9. That they were Tushantita Ramanti. They discuss about my topic. Now, somebody can read for this one for me.
This is a very difficult subject matter, and unless one has personal understanding of this absolute truth, there is no meaning of devotion.
Now, see, when you deny the personality of God is a person, then to whom you will make a devotion? The meaning of devotion is null and void if there is impersonal features. So this I already explained. Machit madgat prana bodhiyanta cha parasparam kachanta cha mam nityam dushanti cha ramanti cha. This is from 10.9 Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, verse number 9. Now further, Samvido, can somebody read for me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, please.
Service or devotion cannot be offered to anything impersonal. Service must be offered to a person. Non-devotees cannot appreciate Krishna consciousness by reading the Srimad Bhagvatam or any other Vedic literature wherein the activities of the Lord are described. They think that these activities are fictional, manufactured stories because spiritual life is not explained to them in the proper mood.
This part I already explained. So now next is Satam Prasangat Mam Virya Samvido Bhavanti Ritkarn Rasayana Kata. Rasayana. The very word is rasa. What is the meaning of rasa? Rasa means mellow. Like in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has already explained in 7th chapter, verse number 8. Rasam apsu kante. That the taste of water. Even sometimes when now I'm thirsty, my mouth is drying. If I take a sip of water, I feel very pleasant. So that is rasa. When you hear this thing, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, in the association period, it becomes mellow. They will rasa, taste. So rasam apsu kante, pravasme sasi shurya, pramana sarva vedeshu, Shabdakhe Purushana Nashu. Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, verse number 8. Somebody can read for me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Madhumati Mataji, you would like to read? Okay, so maybe I can read.
Yes, please.
To understand, Tad Joshanad Ashva Bavarga Vartmani. To understand the personal activities of the Lord, one has to seek the association of devotees, and by such association, when one contemplates and tries to understand the transcendental activities of the Lord, the path to liberation is open and he is freed. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Tat Joshna Ashu Avarga Vatman. This means that how this happens, that one contemplates in association of the Satam Prasanga, in association of devotee, when he speaks, then you contemplate on the subject matter. And then when you contemplate, then Ashu means quickly or gradually you come on the Avarga Vatmani, that your path on the liberation is being open for you. Somebody can read for me?
Shraddharatir, one who has firm faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead become fixed and his attraction for association with the Lord and the devotees increases.
Now, Shraddha means faith, and Rati means attraction. So this is the Anukrama. It will follow in that order. Yes. Hare Krishna. And next devotee can read.
Bhakti, association with devotees means association with the Lord.
This is a very powerful statement the Srila Prabhupada has made. The Bhaktivedanta purport of Srila Prabhupada is exemplary, transcendental. It says the association of devotee means association of Lord. How? Devotees make the other person to engage in the devotional activity. And when engaged in the devotional activity, he associates with the Lord, because the devotional activity is for the Lord. Very powerful statement Prabhupada made. Association of devotees. Somebody can read for me. Next. Hare Krishna.
Bhaktir Anukramishyati. The devotee who makes this association develops the consciousness for rendering service to the Lord, and then being situated in the transcendental position of the devotional service, he gradually becomes perfect.
I already explained that how this association of the devotee is association of the Lord. But gradually he will become perfect, and he will become on a prema state. It will come. Ado Shada. So Anukrama is one after another. And the famous shloka we all know about that Ado Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha. Somebody can read that for me? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Someone can read for me?
Anukramishyati. Adau Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sanko Atha Bhajana Kriya. Tathon Artha Nivrti Syat. Tato Nishta Ruchi Tata. Atha Shaktis Tato Bhavas. Tata Prema Bhyudanchati. Sadhakanam Ayam Premna. Pradhurbhave Bhavet Krama.
This is from Chaitanya Chaitamata, Vidyalila, 23rd chapter, verse number 14. Okay. So this is how we associate with the Lord. Satam Pasangat. This means that when you associate with the Lord, when you associate with the pure devotees of the Lord, then it's very, very, very potent drug. Although 2 minutes have been left, can I use Mataji for just for question and answer? Hare Krishna.
1 minute is left for about 30 minutes. You can go on.
Okay, Mataji. So just to recap this thing, Srimad Bhagvatam is full of the stories. Like when Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb, and Narada Muni has given instruction to mother of Prahlad Maharaj. The mother of Prahlad Maharaj was dragged by the demigods. They said that this is here in the womb of this lady is a son of a great Asura, Hiranyakashipu. So they were dragging it, and then Narada Muni told that in the womb of this here is a great devotee. If you want to kill him, you will not able to kill. So he had given instruction to, so the demigods, they left the mother of Prahlad Maharaj, and she was instructed by the Narad Muni. But mother of Prahlad Maharaj had forgotten all this, and Prahlad Maharaj has remembered. So it's the Satam Prasangat of the Narad Muni that Prahlad Maharaj was given instruction even in the womb. So he was again, Prahlad Maharaj was giving instruction to his class friend. He said that you should not waste your time. You should. He was telling this thing to other class fellows that you should Kamal Acharit Pragyo. That from the very beginning you should be associated with the Satam Prasanga. From the age of 5 years, one should be associated with the Satam Prasanga. This is what the teaching of Prahlad Maharaj is there. Similarly, Narada Muni was in association with the great Rishis and Munis when he was in Kumar stage. When he was serving to those sadhus who were there, and by following that instruction, the Narada Muni, a servant of maid servant, has become a great sage in the next millennium. So that is the importance of the Satam Prasanga, association of pure devotees. That makes that much of matter. I don't know about myself, but my Guru Maharaj has given something, and I don't know. I'm still not called myself as a devotee, but there are some transformation my friends are telling me. It's because of the Satam Prasanga. I'm associated with my Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Prasad Maharaj. It's a chain, parampara, evam parampara prapta, Rajarishi Vedu, 4.2, Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, verse number 2. It's coming in parampara. So it's gone. We are all Satam Prasanga because we are coming in a sacred chain, beginning from Lord Krishna down to Srila Prabhupada. So we are associating with, we have to associate your devotees, then it is Mam Virya. It acts like a potent medicine. Like a potent medicine when we give, we are cured of the disease. Similarly, when instructions which we follow from Sadhu, Vaishnav, Guru Sadhu Sangh, we get instruction, we follow them, then definitely there is change. I think Mataji, and the time is up. Hare Krishna.
You can go on with question and answers.
May I ask exalted devotees to kindly ask the question for my elevation. I'm not in position so that I can reply you, but still I will try my best. It's service given to me. So kindly ask the questions.
Asaf Prabhu has raised his hands.
I'm just trying to see the screen.
Asaf Prabhu, please go on.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mohi.
Dandavad Pranam. My question is about getting this association of those elevated devotees. So not always we can have this physical association or close association with such sadhus. So what is your advice in such a situation?
Hare Krishna Bhoji. That association is of two types, Vapu and Vani. Srila Prabhupada says that if you want to please me, you distribute my books. Vani is there. My Guru Maharaj, Paul Krishna Goswami Maharaj, always stress on distributing the book. Book is Vani. Whenever we get a chance to get a physical service, then we should not ignore. But Vani association is not less, because it's the instruction. Satam Prasangat, again, instructions are being given by the exalted devotees, pure devotees. And what they will give? They give the instruction of the Lord. There's no difference. Avam parampara praptam emam rajrishi vedo. The same thing is there. So even because you see the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has association with his spiritual master, the divine grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, not many times, for couple of times only, not much more. But when he has taken his instruction as heart and soul, and you see the result is in front of us. His God brothers, they were sent to Western country to preach this thing, but they were not successful. But Srila Prabhupada was successful because he's taken the association of the Vani. So if we are not able to associate with the pure devotees, we always have got, now this is the time of virtual class. We are full of the lectures of the pure devotees. You can always hear. At least I don't waste a single minute. I always listen to the pure devotees, Srila Prabhupada, Jaladhar Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Whatever I have spoken is, now this lecture which I have given to you is from the Srila Prabhupada has given this lecture on the 25th November 1974 in Bombay. So this is there. I'm associating with them. So no problem, Prabhuji. We can take one association. I think probably I answered your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. I'm not able to see the screen. Mataji,
Dineshwar Prabhu has raised his hands.
yes, Prabhuji. Great joy. Dineshwar Prabhuji, may I ask your question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavat Pranams.
No problem.
I have very limited knowledge, but just a little bit more on Asaf Prabhu's question. I think this Zoom has been a revelation. During this pandemic, as you mentioned, we can listen to online classes by pure devotees, by our spiritual masters. Also, it is said that, by reading Srila Prabhupada's books, in particular his translations and purports, we are associating with Srila Prabhupada. So that's also another way of associating with pure devotees. And also when we're reading Srimad Bhagvatam on the pastimes of pure devotees mentioned in the Bhagavatam, we get their association as well. So just a little bit of input on whatever I've heard in relation to Asaf Prabhu's question. And then
thank you, Bhaji.
So, another question that I had was, sometimes, devotees do read other people's books in terms of enhancing our preaching within ISKCON. Like I know one exalted Vaishnav here, there's this book called The Purpose-Driven Church, where that particular minister was very successful in preaching and expanding his Christian movement. So how do you feel about, this particular type of reading of other people's books to enhance our preaching within ISKCON? because you're obviously now getting the association of others. You did mention the negatives and why we should associate only with devotees of Krishna. But how do you feel about this different aspect in terms of enhancing our preaching? Getting different ideas and concepts to improve our preaching. Just
10 minutes left.
Hare Krishna Moji. So far as Zoom, pandemic, and all these things, you have to, same thing is that you have to pay rapt attention, whether you are in Zoom or whether you are in physical. So far as other books are concerned, first you have to read the Srila Prabhupada book, then other books. Once you have completed the Prabhupada book, then other books, not before that. Like Srila Prabhupada was asked about one devotee that he reading the commentary given by the His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Then Srila Prabhupada said that you will not able to understand them. First you read my book. So first of all, we have to focus on what Srila Prabhupada said. Otherwise, there will be distortions will be there. In ISKCON, we have got one. One is Srila Prabhupada. So we can expand this thing. We should expand it. But first of all, we have to read, and that's why we are doing Bhakti Vibhava, Bhakti Shastra. So we have to read first Prabhupada book, then other books. Otherwise, we will be misled. Is it answer? Does this answer your question, Prabhuji?
Thank you for your answer and input, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I have a question.
Yes, Mataji.
I associate with a devotee, but the devotee is not pure. What will happen to my association and my upliftment in Krishna consciousness?
Yes, Mataji. This is that we have got three kind of association. That we can associate with the.
My question is, I'm not talking about any three kinds of association. I'm talking that the person is not a devotee at all. In the name of devotee is a devotee. But I'm associating with somebody who is not a devotee. Who's externally shown as a devotee. What will happen to my upliftment is the question.
Mataji, I will say that he's not devotee. Devotee means that that he follows the instruction.
But I misunderstood the person to be a devotee. So the person was showing himself or herself as a devotee.
Mataji,
the question is that what will happen to my upliftment?
I have already explained this thing in my lecture. Asasam Tyaga Di Vaishnava. Vaishnava means that he will not associate with the non-devotee. So we should not associate with those persons. We should not associate with them. We should be merciful to them. We should be compassionate towards them. We should give our association to them. We should not take their association. We should not associate. We should not take their ideas. We should not take. Otherwise, we will like Prabhupada. I heard somewhere Prabhupada was a big player, like kabaddi match. When you say kabaddi, Prabhupada can go to Western country and they will touch all the people and he will come back to our own side. But if we are not strong, we should not associate with those who are materially engrossed. We should not associate because we should remain in our limits. But if you want to say, you can throw some light on this.
No, my question is not answered because I thought it is a devotee and associated, and it so happened that it is not a devotee. We don't know.
Mataji,
that's the thing, right?
We have to be that much. Whenever we associate, we have to see to whom we are associating. Why we should associate? Why should we associate?
Thank you, Prabhu. That's it, Prabhu. The question and answers are answered. Want to conclude? You have 30 seconds.
I would like to say that it's very important to preserve our consciousness. This lifetime is not going to come again. Don't wait. You don't wait for next life. Associate with those who are pure devotee, and is very clearly being said in the method of instruction.
Time's up.
Number 3rd, that is Sam Tyaga Satyavata. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.